Welcome everyone to a special expansion team episode. We are going 1 year back to the crucial decision whether to sign Tom Brady in free agency or go with a rookie quarterback. As you know, I decided to go with the rookie quarterback, drafted Caleb Williams, and if you have not seen the last episode, just pause the video, go back and watch it because spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. We won the Super Bowl. So definitely made the right decision, not only winning a title, but also positioning ourselves in the best way possible for the coming years with a young franchise quarterback. But the whole season could have looked very differently if I would have decided to sign Tom Brady. So here in the special expansion team episode, I'm going 1 year back to free agency and look how the season would be if we had Tom Brady. Here you can see I signed him, gave him a 3-year deal, so he will retire in Germany as a Munich Wolverine. After training camp, 94 overall, still 100 intelligence. That is awesome. Great arm, awesome accuracy. And he already had an undefeated season with the Buccaneers in 2022. And in 2023, he won the title again. So 2 years here in simulation, 2 Super Bowl titles. Hopefully he can also get the third one. Had over 30 touchdowns and over 3,000 passing yards in the last couple of seasons. And now let's compare how our season would be with Tom Brady. The decisions are also totally different because now in round 1, I did not decide to go with a rookie quarterback because we're all in with Tom Brady. So I decided to build the team around him and drafted Cam Hart in the first round. Not the best pick, but he's our 4th cornerback. Really agile, but yeah. Wanted to have a wide receiver, was not able to get one. And in the second round, I drafted an edge rusher. Also not the best selection here. So compared to the draft with Caleb Williams, not the best first and second round selections. In the third round, I decided to help Tom Brady on the O-line, draft a backup guard who could start in case of injuries. Fourth round, I drafted a defensive tackle, not the best one. Fifth round looks similar to the draft we had last year. Casey Case will also be our backup quarterback in this scenario. 99 work ethic. He helped us to win the Super Bowl. Now he is the backup for Tom Brady. Sixth round selection, Raheem Jarrett. We also drafted him in the real expansion team episode. And now here he is also an additional threat to help Tom Brady. 7th round selections, Cody Simon, a linebacker, and Hank Bigsby, the running back. We signed as an undrafted free agent last year. Now we drafted him with our second 7th round selection. Other than that, the decisions are very similar. I still traded for Jalen Waddle, gave up the same players as last year, so nothing changed with the reasoning on that. We have now our franchise quarterback. We want to create the best circumstances possible. That's why I traded for Jalen Waddle also here with Tom Brady. And since Tom Brady is far more expensive than our rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, I needed to make another trade. Traded away Jordan Addison, who did not have an impact except from the playoffs last year. And Deshaun and Jack Lawson, both of our edge rusher backups since we drafted one edge rusher, to trade for Jameson Williams, another weapon as wide receiver, and Julian Okwara as our new and cheaper edge rusher backup. And as you can see, the depth chart looks very similar. We now have also Jameson Williams in addition to Sam Brown, Childs, Gore. So a lot of players here. Gore is still in here since in this scenario I did not trade for the Packers first round pick, since Tom Brady will maybe only be here 1 year, so we would need our first round pick next year to draft the quarterback. But yeah, as said, I will only play 1 season with the Tom Brady scenario. Kind of as the special experiment at the end of each season. And after that, I will, of course, go back to the normal expansion team series with Caleb Williams. So this is just to see how the world would look like if I would have decided to sign Tom Brady. O-line still the same, and defensively, we have Fletcher Cox did not trade away him in this scenario, and the rest looks fairly similar. Cam Hart, our first round pick, to set us up for the future and also provide a good backup on cornerback, and Julian Okwara as our new edge rusher too. I can't really remember how training camp looked like in the real expansion team series. Here, of course, Fletcher Cox not getting better. That's why I traded him away in the normal episode. Clark Barrington, our guard, already good improvement, good backup. Jalen Waddle, Jameson Williams, both of our new acquisitions with great training camp gain. He has 96 speed, 85 overall. Jameson Williams, 94 speed, 80 overall. So it's all about speed, and that's also why in the strategy, same reasoning as for Caleb Williams, to have some completions, or deep completions with our fast wide receivers. Our passing preference is long. We focus on the pass with Tom Brady, and the defensive game plan stays the same. So everything kind of similar, but now we have a more experienced Tom Brady, who normally should be the better quarterback. But as you saw how good Caleb Williams is, I mean, in this scenario, we cannot be better than in the other scenario. So we already know that we made the right decision. And just interesting to see what could have been with Tom Brady. So let's skip preseason kind of and see if there are any notable injuries. Not really. Let's go through the last preseason week and also the bye week in week 1. So the schedule also stays the same. We don't have a game in week 1. So let's start the year with Tom Brady. Week 2, our first game against the Tennessee Titans. And with Tom Brady, we get the win. 31 points. Perfect game for him. 4 touchdowns. Childs, Jameson Williams, Raheem Jarrett, and Zach Ertz all involved. I also won't care about contract extensions in this scenario. As said, it's only 1 year and then we're back to the normal series. We also get a win against the Jaguars, 40 points. This time Tom Brady with 3 interceptions, but also 4 touchdowns. Bijan with a great game. Zach Ertz is the weapon to go for Tom Brady. Childs and Jameson Williams get in here. Jalen Waddle, not the impact so far, so it's rather the trade for Jameson Williams, who helps us here now week 4 against the undefeated Cardinals. And in this scenario, we are 3-0, 47 points. So Tom Brady again, together with Bijan Robinson, this time Jalen Waddle with a great game. So offense looks awesome. Defense, not so much. Did not change anything on defense, of course. So the only thing that changed is offense. We don't have Pro Bowler Derek Brown. We have Fletcher Cox, but I don't think that this is the whole reason why the Cardinals got 40 points on us. And now we get our first loss against the Colts. Not the best game here for our offense. So we are 3-1, week 6. And after playing the Raiders, we are 4-1. Brady again with a couple of interceptions, but also 3 touchdowns. Sam Brown, Bijan, and Raheem Jarrett. The rookie has a great start to the season. Already 4 touchdowns in 5 games without even starting. And week 7, we are 5-1. We played the Rams, 48 points. Brady 4 touchdowns. Again, 2 interceptions, so that might cost us in the future. Bijan also great here in the rushing game, and also 2 touchdowns as a receiver. So also a great weapon here for Tom Brady. Let's go through week 8, and we played the Seahawks, over 40 points again. Tom Brady, as always, 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns this time. Bijan, great game, and Jameson Williams. Let's look at the standings after 7 played games. Half of the season is over. We lead the division. 2 or actually 1.5 games. So it looks good for us. We're actually also on pace to get a bye week. So Tom Brady's not really a step down. Plays a great year so far. Offense looks similar to what we had with Caleb Williams. Tom Brady is able to create a good passing offense. Our defense looks horrible, not sure why, but Tom Brady is really a good player for us. Many mistakes actually, but already 23 touchdowns in 7 games. That is unbelievable. Second in passing yards at 7 games played, and he leads the league. 4 touchdowns more than second place Trevor Lawrence. Tom Brady is a great player. I mean, that was clear from the beginning. And so far, he really helps us. We have to remember we went 14-2. In reality, we lost against the Texans, and we're doing the same here. Only 10 points, no touchdowns, and no interceptions by Tom Brady. But again, a loss against the Texans. And now week 10, we have a bye week. Now week 11, Denver Broncos. I think that was the last game we had in the first episode of the season. We won that game. Now we lose. So we are already worse than with Caleb Williams. Brady, his 2 interceptions. Offense looks good other than the costly mistakes. And we started the second episode of the season with the highlights against the Chargers, who were the best team in the AFC. Looks like they are also the best team here in this scenario. We won against them in a shootout actually, and we lose here. Brady this time with 3 interceptions. So now those turnovers really cost us. Now already double the amount of losses compared to the scenario with Caleb Williams. We destroyed the Niners, and at least one thing stays the same. Tom Brady without any mistakes, Jimmy G with 1 interception. And yeah, as you know, we went undefeated for the second half of the season with Caleb Williams. The Chiefs also not good here, so we have to win that, and we do so. Thankfully, no interceptions. 3 touchdowns by Tom Brady, and Bijan just does Bijan things. Now 2 games left to play. I think we should be on pace to make the playoffs also here with Tom Brady. Yeah, actually on pace to win the division. With 2 wins, we should have that in week 15. We play against the Texans, lost against them with both Tom Brady and Caleb Williams. Can we win the second game against them in both scenarios? Yes, 48 points again. Great game. So thankfully, when it's clutch time, Tom Brady avoids doing the costly mistakes. Now 3 games in a row without any interceptions. That's really good. And now against the Jaguars, that should be the game, or actually with a win, that helps us to secure the division title, and we win. Trevor Lawrence, no mistakes. Tom Brady, also no mistakes. So it is really the end of the season and hopefully the playoff time where Tom Brady shows why he is a clutch QB and a legend. 41 touchdowns ends the year, also with 16 interceptions, so costly turnovers, but not costly enough to lose the division title. So in both scenarios, we win the division, but not a bye week. Let's quickly check out the league leaders. Oh, as you maybe just saw, in this scenario, the Green Bay Packers won the division. Thankfully, in our scenarios, thankfully in the real scenario, they did not, because we have their first round pick. So not sure what changed here. Maybe Jordan Love had a better year. But yeah, let's look at the league leaders and see where Tom Brady ends up. Leads the league in passing yards, so that's nice to see. Great season by him. Also by far leads the league in passing touchdowns. Passer rating, he is top 10. So the mistakes he made can be seen here. Rushing yards, Bijan number 1. Rushing touchdowns, Bijan number 1. Josh Allen second, so that's interesting. Receiving yards, no one here. So Jameson Williams and Jalen Waddle maybe stole the receiving yards from each other. But Jameson Williams, number 1 player here in touchdowns. So great acquisition. And looking at the different stats, Tom Brady threw the ball to a lot of different wide receivers, running backs, and tight ends. Really, really good offense. So really balanced between our different weapons. Really happy with what Tom Brady did for this team. And of course, we have the best passing offense. Rushing not so much, despite having the best running back in the league. Defense was a little bit better, but we are the worst passing defense here in the league. Not sure why, but at least our offense was really, really good. So now let's see if Tom Brady can do the same thing that Caleb Williams did for us to actually win every playoff game. We played against the Jaguars in the divisional round here in the wildcard round, and we got the win. When it counts, Tom Brady comes up big. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Now against the number 1 or 2 seeded Buffalo Bills. And Tom Brady does it again. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. So maybe it looks like that either way we win a Super Bowl. That would be honestly very boring, because I want the scenario to tell me that I made the right decision and not that this big decision did not matter at all. Green Bay Packers actually in the Super Bowl. Jordan Love, not sure what he did, but he did a great job. 26 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. Leads the Packers to the Super Bowl. And now in this scenario, the Bengals are able to win their division game. So we don't play the Patriots in the AFC Championship, but the way better Bengals. Is Tom Brady able to win this? Yes, we are in the Super Bowl. I don't believe it, but Tom Brady got injured and he is questionable. So, I mean, I would like this to be scripted. It's not, but Casey Case is also playing in this year's Super Bowl. That's really cool. I mean, I could not have scripted that any better. Thank you, game, for that. Joe Burrow, 3 touchdowns without any mistakes. But Tom Brady leads us to the Super Bowl, but is not expected to play against the Packers. So again, Casey Case in the Super Bowl, and the Packers, who have a top 5 pick in reality. So we have the top 5 pick in reality. In this scenario, they are in the Super Bowl, and Tom Brady is questionable. So it all comes down to our 5th round selection, Casey Case. Can he lead us to the Super Bowl? Yes, he does. That is unbelievable. Casey Case, no mistakes. Jordan Love got injured. Yeah, he got injured. Kate McNamara, the Michigan quarterback, came in. Also no mistakes, but no touchdowns. And we were just better. Bijan Robinson with a touchdown and over 100 yards. Jalen Waddle, the acquisition, with the important touchdown. Casey Case with a good game. And this is just unbelievable. Tom Brady leads us to the Super Bowl, and backup quarterback Casey Case no starts in the regular season, has only one game, or one and a half actually, and he wins us the Super Bowl. So I guess no matter what decision we made, Caleb Williams or Tom Brady, the NFL script writers just had us to win the Super Bowl. I'm happy with that. Josh Allen wins MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. So no Tom Brady here, despite having a great season. I mean, a really great season. But yeah, as we saw, Josh Allen was the second best rushing player in the whole league with 12 touchdowns, I guess. 12 rushing touchdowns, well-deserved MVP. Bijan is our playoff MVP. Did he also win that with Caleb Williams? I assume, right? Anthony Richardson, this time with the Chicago Bears, also wins Rookie of the Year. And Kazir White, Defensive Player of the Year, 8 sacks, 2 interceptions. Cole Holcomb also a great year. So again, no matter which scenario, our linebackers are really, really good. Not sure why Tom Brady did not make the Pro Bowl. Bijan in here, CJ Ham in here, Wyatt Taylor, Glenn McGlinchey, Andrew, Zach Ertz. No wide receivers, but also defensively, 2 linebackers. Our defensive tackle, Davis, and Cameron Hayward, Nasir Adderley, and 1 punter. So our Pro Bowl roster looks fairly similar. But the one thing that counts is that we won the Super Bowl. I don't know why, I don't know how, but we won it with Tom Brady. And yeah, I mean, that just shows that, as I said, no matter how our decision would have been, the 2024 Super Bowl champions and the 2024 world champions, need to say that one more time, are the Munich Wolverines. Of course, I still prefer having Caleb Williams because I assume that Tom Brady retires. Let's quickly check that out. Yes, it is official. Tom Brady would have retired after this year, after winning 3 Super Bowls in 3 years with, again, 2 different teams. But yes, with Caleb Williams, we now have a franchise quarterback. Here we would only have Super Bowl winning quarterback Casey Case. I still prefer the real decision we made, but nice to see this experiment, how everything would have been with Tom Brady. A little bit worse regular season, but when it counts, Tom Brady, no mistakes, leads us to the AFC Championship and then hands it over to Casey Case, who could be the franchise quarterback in this scenario. Don't know. Maybe we'll check that out in a future experiment. But for now, that's it for today. We will be back with the expansion team series and Caleb Williams in the future. Next week, there will be something else, something special before we take on the expansion team series in maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now. I hope you are excited and tune in for next week's episode. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.